You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Hello and welcome back to News Talk, where we talk news.
If this is your first time joining us today, hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell so you don't miss out. We go live every night over just news, anything we come up with or see online. Don't forget to turn on or hit the like button as well to help our channel as much as you can. And also, make sure to watch to the very end tonight because we have a special surprise at the very end. It's a pretty big announcement. At the end, I guess you could say.
Oh, they're gonna think like it's a pregnancy reveal or something.
It's not a pregnancy reveal. Well, it's just
Okay.
something that I hope inspires other people. And we were inspired by one of our friends, Joel News and Views, which you can follow him on YouTube. But let's go ahead and get into this. And of course, we're going to go over how Trump is doing.
Yeah.
We always got to start that off with him because
most important news of.
Yeah, it's important. He's the president of the United States.
Yeah.
It's important. Okay.
Most importantly.
And we're gonna go over why or how or.
When, what, who?
We're gonna go over how the media is
acting toward him getting better.
So disrespectful. All right. Well.
They just wish he'd die.
They
Truth
do.
be told, they just wish he'd die.
They really do.
Yeah.
All right. Trump was released from Walter Reed National Military Medical Center and returned to the White House. His medical team says he's not entirely out of the woods yet. What do you think about that?
I'd like for them to go in depth more of not out of the woods yet. Like, what do they mean by that?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean,
that's what I would like if I was a reporter. I'd ask, what do you mean?
Yeah, well, if a lot of reporters don't ask the right questions.
Like, I'd ask why. Like, what's define not out of the woods yet?
And then the president, of course, tweeted because he loves to tweet.
You know, he likes his little
He likes the little bird.
Yeah.
Okay, he tweeted, "Don't be afraid of COVID. Don't let it dominate your life. We have developed under the Trump administration some really great drugs and knowledge." From hearing that, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I would say I agree. I mean, because I know where you're going with this, how the media is backlashing at him for saying.
Well, of course, it doesn't matter what Trump says. Trump could say
he does no good.
Trump could say, Trump.
He can say tacos are great, and liberals like I hate tacos.
Yeah, they'll boycott tacos.
Yeah, so long Taco Bell.
But of course, the media is like bashing on that, saying
Good day, Taco Bell.
What they say stuff like let's see here. Why would the president of the United States say stuff like this? He's just meaning don't let it ruin your life. Don't let it take control of your life to be so afraid that you don't want to go out and do anything. Because if you're afraid of going out to do anything and you quit your job or you lose your job, whatever, and you stay home, you're going to ruin your life doing that. So what do you want to do? You want to stay home, ruin your life, or you want to go out and...
Well, not only that, but if you say, give CNN the thing of a doubt. What is it?
The thing of a doubt?
You know what I mean.
We can call it that, the thing of a doubt.
The thing of a doubt, okay? What is it called?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
So you can't make fun of me.
I can, because I don't know what you're talking about.
What is it? Something of a doubt.
The
Crap. Okay, just okay. Just go with it. Go with CNN, okay?
Okay.
They're trying to twist it, saying that what Trump had said about don't live your life in fear, it's only COVID. But CNN was showing how many deaths had taken a toll because of COVID. Trump wasn't meaning the people who had died from COVID.
She says benefit.
Benefit of a doubt. Thank you.
Yeah, you get $1.
I knew it was something of a doubt. Okay, so give CNN benefit of a doubt. Say that you've got the mindset of CNN. I don't know why you would, but let's just say you do, okay? Say you're looking at it the way CNN looks at it, and Trump, okay, quote what he said again from his
tweet. Okay, don't be afraid of COVID. Don't let it dominate your life. We have developed under the Trump administration some really great drugs and knowledge.
Okay, well, they left out the under the Trump administration because I was watching them earlier.
Of course they left that out.
Okay.
They don't want people to think.
Okay, whenever he said don't let it dominate your life, don't let it be like the center of attention of your life, CNN was like, okay, well, what about the hundreds of thousands of people who have died from COVID.
Yeah, I think it's a little over 200,000, which is no joke. I mean, obviously,
it's nothing to joke about. Trump wasn't even making it out to be a joke. He's saying that just because there is a possible chance of you getting COVID, slim, of dying, people have died of it, but that's only because they have underlying issues prior to even getting
CDC
COVID.
gives you statistics of if you're 75 or older, so it doesn't matter. 75 and as old as you can get, you have a 94% chance, a little over 94% chance of surviving.
Of surviving, people.
And then if you're younger than that, you got like a 99 point something, according to CDC.
I mean, well, CDC changes their
Well, yeah, they do
thing
change, but
often.
I'm just saying if you're gonna stay home because you have a 99% chance of dying, or
that's
99%
that's
of
just
living.
like saying, okay, because like the doctor, or who was it? You've got just with flu season and everything. Flu season has killed a lot of people too, but you don't see people hiding out in their homes afraid to go grocery shopping and do the necessities of life that you've got to get done in order to maintain your life. I mean, you just don't stop living. That's essentially what Trump is saying. He said, I've had it. Look, I've been through it. I know what it's like going through it. It's nothing to worry about. And he's 74 years old.
Well,
He's saying it's nothing to worry about, he's got his health slate he's healthy as a horse, and he's saying nothing to worry about.
Well, what the media is saying about that is he's obviously getting better care than the rest of Americans.
Oh, they're so mad.
Which obviously I could see that because he's the president of the United States. He gets the best care anyway.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
all around, on
obviously
anything. It's not just him that gets that. It's any president will get that kind of treatment.
Well, yeah. Like, you become president CNN, and then you'll get special treatment too.
You said CNN.
CNN, yeah.
No, I mean like the president of the world.
I know, but CNN, they're like complaining that Trump gets all these drugs listed, these experimental drugs. Like, they become president, and they can have them too.
All right, you want to read that one?
Yes. Donna Cunningham says he was just trying to tell people you can't live your life in fear. Go live.
Which is,
amen.
I mean, spot on.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's saying. And
then CNN, of course, is going to try and twist words.
They always try to twist it. It doesn't matter what he does, says, or anything. Is it, you want to read that one too?
People forget that only 6% of the 2,000 people that have... Yeah, 200, sorry. People that have died only from COVID. The rest have underlying conditions. Yes.
Yeah, which is a very, very small percentage, which is, I mean, still horrible. Nobody needs to die.
Well,
over anything.
No, but if you've got underlying conditions and you
if you got underlying conditions,
die because of COVID, or if you die and you have COVID, it's no longer they died of old age.
Well, the one thing that bothers the crap out of me about the mask thing is when they say if you don't wear a mask because you don't care about other people. Well, where was you wearing a mask, or anybody else wearing a mask, or anybody trying to push people to wear a mask during any other flu season or any other type of disease? I mean, where do you see that? So if we don't care about it now, did you not care about it before, or what?
I mean, you've actually had that conversation with somebody.
Yeah, and they say, well, I do, which is total.
Well, of course they're going to say it. They're going to say it so that way you can't be like, see, told you so. They don't want that. They don't want the finger in their face saying, I told you so.
All right, I'm going to show you the two different headlines.
Oh, man.
I'm going to show you the difference in the way people will treat the president. Okay, here's Fox News. Fox News headline says, President Trump returns to White House after being discharged from Walter Reed, where he was treated for COVID-19. Simple.
Normal.
Nice, normal.
That's how
the way it probably should be.
Reported.
Now here, CNN.
Oh my God.
A little longer. President Trump leaves Walter Reed to return to the White House, where he has access to constant medical care after recklessly downplaying COVID-19.
And they mean recklessly downplaying. He was just out there kissing hands, shaking babies, not even caring.
He's just an evil guy.
Yeah, they're referring to that drive-by he did for the crowd who was out there supporting him.
Yeah, you need to tell people what the drive-by means. He didn't go out
he didn't go out shooting anybody. Heavens no. He went out supporting or giving thanks to the people who were out there supporting him while he remained in Walter Reed Hospital.
That's another thing that everybody's scrapping about. He was in a car, windows rolled up, all the people in there were wearing masks. I mean, they took every precaution that the CDC recommends or whatever. Mm-hmm. And people still give him crap for it. Well, he didn't need to do that. Well, no, but he can. It's okay.
I mean, and at this, have you gotten Done with that? No, we're not done with that. So I'll wait to say what I'm about to say.
Okay. And then obviously, and then when he does return to the White House, they are outraged over him taking off his mask at the White House. It doesn't. If he breathes wrong, they hate it.
And they said that they're gonna have to disinfect completely, even wipe the blades clean of the helicopter that he rode in. Have to disinfect everything.
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy the amount of
Well, it just doesn't matter
shenanigans they're going through.
It doesn't matter how great someone does something or Trump does of something. They twist it and turn it to something evil.
He can do no right. Nothing he does is
not only him, but the Trump supporters. It's just Trump supporters.
I mean, say if Hillary Clinton was in office, God forbid, okay, and she's the one who got COVID, and she's the one went out shaking hands and kissing babies, for her supporters who are out there, been waiting on her to get feeling better. CNN will praise that. They would praise the crap out of her. Everyone knows it, but just because Trump is doing it, they hate it. They're completely against it. They despise it. They just.
You want to read that last comment too?
Donna says he could cure cancer and it would be wrong. Well, according to Biden, he's going to do it.
Yeah, that's what Biden has actually said, that he's going to cure cancer.
Oh yeah,
that is what Biden said.
Like how? Which strand? Which kind of cancer? I mean, I'd like to know.
Which? You want to go over the.
Yes. Okay. So, and I want to quote Dr. Anthony Fauci. Okay. So he gave a timeline of COVID-19. So at first, he gets exposed. First, you get exposed with COVID, the victim of COVID. You get exposed, okay? And in this sense, it's Trump. Trump got exposed. At the time he got exposed, he didn't know, because the virus starts replicating in your upper airway, causing you to be contagious. And this happens about 1 to 2 days before your actual symptoms occur, okay? So at this point, Trump, he's contagious. He doesn't know he's contagious. He doesn't know he has the virus because he hasn't had any kind of symptoms. And at this time, what is the name of that gathering he was at? You had it.
Oh yeah, let me get it. I gotta find it.
Something garden.
Rose Garden event.
Okay, well, he was at an event, okay? And
Rose Garden event is what he was. Yeah. Is where they think it all originated from.
Yes. Okay, so either he got it there, or since he was contagious at this time, he was giving out to other people. Okay, so that's where the other Republicans, if they were by him, could have gotten it. Okay, so it causes you to be contagious for about 1 to 2 days before you receive any of the symptoms, and then in 5 days, symptoms occur. All right, so Dr. Fauci said that you're sick for a few more days, but you're no longer contagious once your symptoms start to show up. Once your symptoms are there, the contagious part of the stage of the virus is gone. You're no longer contagious.
That's according to Fauci.
Dr. Fauci said so. And if you ask CNN, he's back at the White House taking off his mask, and he is still contagious. When Dr. Fauci said that his timeline, if Dr. Fauci is correct, his timeline says Trump is no longer contagious.
Yeah, if he's correct, which they'll tell you to listen to the experts, but only if it's what they're trying to say.
If it goes to what they're wanting to push down your ears at the time.
All right, so tomorrow is Pence versus Harris. It's the debate. I think it's the only debate that the vice presidents are doing, or vice president and the vice president's going to be running or whatever. And according to CNN, so take it lightly, they will be separated by plexiglass at Wednesday's debate.
Which is tomorrow.
And we will be live streaming it here. So if you don't know where to go.
What time is it?
I believe it's at the
9.
Yeah, 8 Central. Yeah, 8 Central, I think.
Okay.
I think it's the same time as the first debate of the presidential debate. And of course, despite a number of positive cases in COVID, and Pence attended at Rose Garden event over a week ago that is widely seen as the genesis for the spread among several Trump aides and allies, he still continues to test negative, and I hope he does all the way up. I mean, well, he's got till tomorrow, so.
I mean, they're saying that Trump technically can't be held back from going to this debate. I mean, because obviously he's no longer contagious. So what's stopping him?
Well, I hope they do not stop that second debate because I want to see it. I think hopefully they learn so much from the first one that they could pass on to the second one.
Yeah, definitely.
But as far as these two go, I'm really excited to see them too. I don't think as many people's going to watch it. Well, actually they might because they want to see a difference in debate probably. Since the first one of the presidential debate was so out there and crazy, hopefully they'll see if the vice presidents do any better. And I hope Pence, if you guys watched his 2016 debate, he's a lot more calm.
Very professional. He's got a very proud stance. I mean, he gives his respect and lets the other candidate.
He's really good. He was really good. If you guys go need to, you guys
need to tune in tomorrow whenever.
Yes, we
do that.
I mean, I'm excited for it. After the debate, we'll probably go live right after, give our opinions of it, and then go to bed.
Nighty night.
But that's tomorrow. All right.
Okay. My next topic. Okay, and I seen some.
Which one? Oh, that's Melania's. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I seen some controversy. CNN, of course, they're always in the middle of everything. You notice? On Facebook, I was scrolling through some Facebook, and I came across this clip of Melania talking, and she's venting to her friend. Unknowingly, she's recorded. Okay, and it's leaked out to CNN. Awful friend, by the way. Who does that to a friend?
So it's not a friend.
Yeah.
Someone gets mad because I believe she got fired from the Trump administration anyway for doing something.
Well, I don't.
She said the Trump administration threw her on the bus, but how do you get thrown on the bus if you didn't do anything wrong? I mean, if you throw someone on the bus because they did something wrong, you're just telling them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, obviously they did something wrong. You keep
okay. Yeah, I keep thinking there's a new comment. Okay. Well, anyway, Anderson Cooper. Okay, if you watch CNN, Anderson Cooper there, and I despise the guy. Can't stand him. Can't stand his pretty little face. Can't stand it. Okay, so he shows the clip of the audio, and then afterward, he looks like he is constipated for worms.
I think the whole CNN thing's got that thing going for him.
I mean, he's like trying to distort stupid crap through his head to where he could to twist what the conversation was and turn it out into something it's not. I mean, that's the whole propaganda of CNN. That's all they know how to do.
That's all they're there for.
That's what they were trained to do. Okay? So, obviously, he's trying to find words that can be used in a different logic to twist some crap around. She was just venting to a friend.
Well, I was just gonna see what.
She was venting to a friend. Obviously, she's had enough. She was as president's wife. She's expected to do the Christmas stuff. I mean, there's a lot of people who have heard the audio. She's venting to a friend. She's expected to do the Christmas stuff when she's expected to do something, but she's got more important things that she feels like she's obligated to do or she wants to do. She was quoted on "Give me an effing break" when speaking of the children. She wasn't meaning the children. She needs a break from helping the children. She wasn't saying "give me an effing break" because she didn't want to help the children be reunited at the border. What she was meaning was she knew what the media was doing, and she was saying that to the media, to people who was trying to put so much on her plate. She's already had enough. She's fed up. This is her venting. She was telling everyone to just give her a break, is what she was trying to. And then CNN was trying to twist her words around and saying, "Oh, she hates Christmas now, and she hates kids. She wants kids. Give her a freaking break."
Well, I think all of America is tired of their crap.
Well, I'd like to know is why did they only focus on that part of the conversation and not she was about to name, she named Fox, and what I thought she was going to name was CNN, but the rest of the clip and part of that prior
that's the difference
was
people on the right and the left. Is the right people have to take certain parts of what they're saying and make it seem like something else.
The right does?
They do that to the right, is what I'm saying.
Okay, yes, okay. I
And then
agree.
vice versa, you don't have to do that. You just record them. They say some stupid stuff
That's just
or do stupid stuff, like Biden touching little girls and crap on live
sniffing
TV,
people.
sniffing them, saying poor kids is just as bright as white kids.
What's that?
That's racist.
I know,
That
but
is racist.
the crap that Biden says.
All right, you want to know?
Yes. Donna says she felt what she was trying to do for the kids was more important. Yes, that's exactly what I was. She had obligations she felt that was more important than Christmas decorations. I mean, she's not by any means. She's not saying she hates Christmas like CNN was proposing. She was just saying, look, cut me some slack. This is what I need to do. This can be on the back burner for now. I want to take care of this, but you know, you got to do what CNN says, or you're not playing by the rules. They're not happy.
CNN's never gonna be happy.
No.
Even if they are happy, they're not happy. They'll be mad because they're happy, and they'll bring out something else from that. Are you going? Okay, you going to the NFAC?
Huh?
You going to the NFAC thing?
Okay. Yes. Did you have one more to talk about?
No, I do, but I think I'm gonna wait for the next one. I'm gonna get a little bit more research.
All right. So over the past weekend, there was a protest of demonstrators. I'm sure you guys have heard of the NFAC.
Master J.
What?
Master J is the leader.
Oh, Master J.
What do you think I said?
Okay, not saying.
Get that to yourself.
Okay. No, it's
What?
Not effing around coalition is what NFAC stands for. I had to think of it. Okay, so they held a protest Saturday in Lafayette, Louisiana. One person was arrested when weapon accidentally discharged. Person was said not to be the
Master J said the person that shot was not a part of his group.
person whose firearm had accidentally discharged wasn't part of the
And
group.
this is the second time this happened that I know of. I think it's happened more, but this is the second time, most recently, because I think the first time happened that I know of was when they were in Kentucky.
And if you don't know what
I don't know
NFAC, that the group is, they advocate for black liberation and separatism. They believe that, this is what they believe, okay? This is what they said. They believe that the U.S. should just hand them the state of Texas over to the, quote, African Americans, unquote, so they can form an independent country. Or allow them to depart to another country that will hand over land for their independent nation. What does that sound like? That sounds like someone we recently had over the, what's his name? Chaz.
Chaz. Well, they changed their name.
They changed it, but George Floyd, over
Yeah,
all of that. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like another Chaz union.
Well, that's the thing. They take something that is statistically inaccurate, for one, and then they go off of that and then say that we owe them something. Like, that's what's going on.
Reparations from slavery, isn't that what
Something
one of them we owe them?
Yeah, something that, for one, none of them ever went through. And they still want to say that they are suffering from it. They're not suffering.
What is it?
from
They have
They're suffering from what's in
generational PTSD is what
Yeah.
it's called.
They're suffering from what's in their own mind. They're suffering from themselves. Statistics do not agree with what they're saying.
Well, I mean, they feel they're right. They're right.
I know the one thing I always bring up is the wealth gap, because they like bringing that up. Well, the wealth gap's so different. The wealth gap is not that different. It's the way that they want to. Yeah, give them California.
Yeah. Let's just give them California. Whoa.
Sorry. The wealth gap isn't that different. I didn't know I was going to talk about this, but I'm going to go talk about it anyway.
All right, let's hear it.
People like to say that the wealth gap is like a huge difference, and it depends on how you say it. Because I say this too, that people stop asking why. They hear something on the news or they read something.
Yeah, like what I was saying. Like
Yeah,
I'd
they
ask
don't ask
why.
questions
What do
about
you
it.
mean?
They just stop there. It's like they can't think to keep.
It's like once they get that first bit of information, they're like zoned in and brainwashed.
So I'm gonna go over just the millionaires, okay, to see how much different it is. So I'm gonna tell you what the source I read. I forget what source it was. It's probably New York Times or something like that.
Ugh.
I had to find a bunch of different things because they don't just tell you straight up. Because they don't. They want to reword everything to make it seem like there's a just huge wage gap. So this is the wealth gap, within millionaires at least. there's supposedly 18.6 millionaires in the United States. 76% are white Americans, and then 8% of the millionaires are black Americans. That sounds like a huge difference. I mean,
It sounds like it, yeah.
Right.
I mean, and
And
if,
then they
and if
stop there, and
CNN
it's
would
like-
have told you that, they wouldn't technically be wrong.
well, no, they're not. They're not wrong. That's the right thing. But
But they-
76% of 18.6 millionaires, that would make a little over 14 million white Americans, which is per population. That's 5.6% of the white population.
Okay.
So 5.6% of the white population is millionaires. Okay, so let's go on to the black Americans. 8% of those 18.6 millionaires are millionaires from the black community, which is like almost 1.5 million. Okay, which means 3.38% of blacks are millionaires.
Which is like a
That's just a little over 2% difference.
difference,
Okay,
yeah.
so they are different. So why are they different? I mean, keep asking why. What would you think would make you become a millionaire? What do you think you have to have? Education.
You'd have to have.
I mean, a lot of people think you gotta have education, which is probably correct.
Yeah, I mean.
So you need to ask yourself. You keep looking into it. I mean, so for instance, the dropout rate for Black Americans went from 11.5% to 6.4% from 2006 to 2018. So they're a huge dropout rate. I mean, it's steadily going down, which is great. And the whites was from 6.4 to 4.2. So I mean, there's a huge difference, and then also just a huge amount of difference in population. I mean, just screws all kinds of statistics up.
I mean, because white populates America more than what
Right, it's
you'd
like
say the black
74%
community
of
does.
yeah, it's like 74% of the entire United States population is white.
So
There's like over 200 million more white Americans than black Americans.
yeah,
So of course, when you do statistics like that, that's where they get you. They can try to compare the two.
whenever
And
you
the left
can't-
loves that because the population is so different, and a lot of people don't ask why and don't go off from that. They just think, well, that just must be true because, well, it's not true. It's just you're taking that huge amount of population. It's like 4.6 times more white people than are blacks.
Yeah, I mean, and that's a big difference, especially when you're talking about in polls or something. When stuff like that's done,
Well, I hate polls. I did a bunch of lies.
like that one poll that you did
Yeah,
yesterday.
because they'll only take a few. They'll take a certain group and a certain amount of that group, and then do a poll on it, and then they say, "Well, 14% lead." You can't call that on that.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's my thing about the whole population difference, and also the freaking police brutality thing.
Okay.
I mean, okay, they say if you get on Facebook, you hear it all the time. Well, police kill
Yeah.
blacks all the time.
Breonna Taylor and
And then you get them to name one or two, and they'll name like two at best. Like, so you think they're killing them left and right because of two people? I mean, it's horrible, yes.
well, I mean, it's also they're watching a lot of the media, so whatever they hear most repeated on the media is the ones they're mostly gonna know.
Right.
I mean, that makes sense.
And in 2018, the total arrest of white people were over 7 million. The total arrest of black people were over 2 million.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 69% of the arrest in that totally was white people, and only 27% was black. And they always say that blacks are like overrunning.
The prisons?
Yes, that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
That's for 42% difference. Now, there's still a huge population difference there too. So, and then you had to ask why about that too. I mean, just keep going off from it.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's my rant. We can go do a different one. I wasn't planning on going to that one, but somehow it got brought up.
Okay, so you said that you wanted to bring up, and going back to the NFAC, the person who was said not to be part of the group whose weapon accidentally discharged, he did get arrested His name is Terrence Jones, 26, of Lafayette. He got arrested for reckless discharge of a firearm and a felon in possession of a firearm. So
this
first
whole
off,
group is a joke.
why do you
You
think
got
that?
you got. It's not that thing. It's just common sense if you actually watch them. The
Yeah. Some
dude, the
YouTube
leader,
stuff.
the Master J guy, he claims to be prior military, and if you see some of his videos and his training videos of
you don't
weapons,
see
there's no evidence of that at all. And then if he's obviously training these people, that he's doing it very poorly. I mean, you'll see one getting jammed, one's jammed while they're walking around, one of the weapons are jammed. You have another one carrying literally 2 rifles next to each other.
Yeah, like holding both of them in the same hand.
I mean, they're a bunch of idiots. Is what they are. I'm not even sorry to say that, but they're not the brightest.
No, I don't think so either. I think that about wraps it up.
Think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nope. I mean, news has kind of been
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place right now.
Yeah. I think not a lot has been happening. Everything is
Well, everything right now is
Trump.
yeah. So I was about to say everything is about Trump's recovery, and
They're so mad that he's getting better.
it's like they get mad that he's.
He's not dying. They're mad.
They get mad that Trump supporters don't destroy America. They get mad that Trump is doing good. They get mad at anything. If you say Trump, they get mad.
Yeah, there was one. I think there was a note that I had made earlier that I wanted to mention.
About what, Trump?
No, it was again. It was about CNN.
Oh.
Because like that's where I get my inspiration from. Whenever I am looking up some stories that
Yeah, I actually watch a lot of
CNN
CNN just to
does.
get the bull crap that I know that's going to be coming from
I mean,
somewhere.
I read something or I watch something and I'm like, I want to know what actually happened there, or I want to know if they're spinning this into something that it's actually not. I'll go and do some a little further digging, like this whole contagious crap with COVID.
See, I didn't know that. I'm glad you found that. I didn't even know he said
Yeah,
that.
I heard
But
it from
that's
Dr.
because media's the one
Fauci's lips himself.
So about to say, the media doesn't put stuff out like that.
Like that crap. I was thinking, because I was listening to Dr. Fauci say that, and after he said that after the symptoms have proceeded to come into light, essentially is whenever you're no longer in the contagious stage. And I'm like, well then wait a minute. I mean, because that's whenever I know he was at that gathering. And he didn't know he was contagious, and now he's already shown symptoms of having COVID.
Chances are, probably a lot of people already had it and didn't know.
And you don't even know, yeah.
I mean, it's realistically, I've probably already had it.
There's
a few times I felt
had
sick, but it wasn't that bad.
And
Could've
some
been the
people
flu.
said that they've had COVID and it's not nearly as bad as what the media is portraying. The media is trying to throw it out there that you should be scared of this virus. You should stay at home. They want to initially segregate everyone is what they're trying to do. In my opinion, that's what I think they're trying to do. They're trying to keep everyone, you gotta stay home. You can't socialize anymore. Don't go out, don't just stay home. Is what
I mean, you just see what you see. If you're actually paying attention, you see what the left wants and what the right wants. Okay?
And I mean, you can see exactly what Trump wants. Trump is living and doing what he's wanting, and you can see that the left isn't okay with that. And you can see how the left wants you to be if Biden is in office.
I personally think both parties are corrupt. They are.
I mean, everyone
But
with that
between
much
the two-
power is going to be somewhat corrupt.
That's what I was about to say. Between the two, obviously I'd vote Republican just because their policies, for me personally, are better than what the Democrats have.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you've
Just
heard
the
some
way
of the
they
crap that Biden says that he wants for the economy for America, why would you want that?
I personally believe that the presidential election coming up, something that we don't know. I think something serious is going to happen.
After the election?
I think, the election night or after, whatever happens that night, whoever America decides to be president, I don't think there's a way out of getting...
Yeah, I think whatever is coming, it's going to be inevitable.
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter how the outcome is. I think something is going to happen. I mean, it could just be more rioting and then it gets taken care of, or it could just be an all-out war between everybody. But
Yeah, there's a lot people saying that they think there's going to be a civil war that breaks out between America. I mean, you've got people in Canada who is like hoping Trump wins. I mean, if they could vote in the U.S. election, they probably would. They would probably go Trump.
yeah, but I'm excited to see Pence's.
Because they see right through Biden's lying teeth. They
Yeah.
see right through his poker face.
Yeah, I'm excited to see tomorrow's debate too, though.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious on how they're gonna do that. The plexiglass, like they have a full sheet in between
Probably.
the podiums and stuff. That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, they're probably gonna do that.
Okay, but
We'll
we've
see.
got a special ending that we want to do here tonight before we end this. So
Yes, I think we're gonna actually start doing this because I think a lot more people need to do this. because I
we
think
talked
it's-
about this in the beginning. We've got some inspiration from our friend. He does his own news and views and stuff.
Yeah, his YouTube thing is Joel News and Views. If you
Yeah.
want to follow him,
Go
But
check out his
it's-
channel.
as bad as the country's gotten, or the whole world, it's not just our country, it's the whole world. As bad as the whole world's gotten.
Everyone in it.
I was watching his live, okay, and at the ending, he decided he's going to start ending his videos praying. So, and it kind of touched me, so I thought it was going to be an awesome idea to do that. So hopefully, by me doing this and him doing this, it kind of catches on to a lot of people,
Yeah.
and this goes on from there. But I think we're going to start praying for the end of our videos.
So if you do join in, hopefully you stick around for the prayer so you can say a few words to God with us.
Ready?
You gonna lead this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Heavenly Father, Lord.
Hang hat off, please.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My hair good.
You're good. I like it.
All right, dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for what you've done for us and for the people that are around us, Lord. Thank you especially for my family in this house you've given me. You've blessed me more than I could ever say, Lord. And I pray that you help this country go the way it needs to go. I pray that you help the whole world go where it needs to go. We don't know what's coming up, Lord. Nobody does. But I hope it's all in your hands, Lord. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Give us the strength. Give America strength. That's what we need. Strength. Strength to fight COVID. Strength.
Just work out.
Just work out. We're working it.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully tomorrow. And before we go, is there anything you guys want to say or ask or anything? Just go ahead and ask. But before we go, I do want to re-mention that the Pence and Harris debate is tomorrow. We are going to be live streaming it. So, come into our channel.
I hope they heard the
Share it.
prayer.
I think they did.
Did you?
I think they did. But share it so people can watch it along with us. And then we'll probably go live right afterwards, give our 2 cents of it. And then you guys can comment and we'll, read your comments
we
like we've
ain't
done
rich,
before.
but we got plenty of 2 cents to go around.
I got a penny or two.
Oh, yeah.
But thanks for watching, guys. Also, we are up to 10 subscribers already, which is amazing.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
It don't seem like a lot, but to us, it's...
Yeah, you're probably like 10. That's
we went
nothing.
into this not expecting anything. So.
Yeah, like...
I mean, it's awesome. So if you guys want to be recognized for subscribing, just say you're subscribed, like the new subscribers, to say you subscribed, and then we'll mention your name every night, or the next following night.
Yeah, the
So.
new subscribers. But
Yeah.
we do appreciate it. We appreciate the commenting, criticism or not. We appreciate it.
Oh, God.
We just... Thanks for supporting us, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
All
Means
10
a
of you.
lot. All 10 of
All right, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Click.